Well, people seem to have a pretty good response to my short video last week. So here on Tuesday, as the new minor league series is about to get started up, the first full week for most of the affiliate levels, I thought I'd do a little video on the things that are on my mind after the first weekend of minor league play, and maybe we'll make this a regular feature here at There Are Giants. The first thing that I am really thinking about today when it comes to player development isn't a minor league story at all. It's really the way development continues into the major leagues. I've been so taken by Randy Rodriguez's progress. He's been a huge part of the Giants' success over the first week. He's come into some really nasty situations and got him out of it. He's got great stuff. He has always had great stuff. It's really been about figuring it out. It's kind of a classic development is not linear story. He, for years, was like trying to hook in with that command part of the game, and it just clicked at one point. I always thought Randy Rodriguez was a guy who was very much hurt by the fact that he was added to the 40-man when he was. First, he had lost a whole year in 2020 with everybody else at a very young age, a very important part of his development, right when he would have been starting full season ball. And then he comes back from that, has that great year in San Jose, and then they put him on the 40-man, and immediately, like days later, the lockout happens. He can't talk to the Giants coaches, he can't get development advice from them. When finally the new CBA was agreed to and camp was ramping up, they had to prioritize getting the major league staff put together quickly, because as you remember, they actually did have to postpone or push back some of the games at the start of that year, so they didn't have time for kind of development guys. So Rodriguez gets put on the 40-man off a low-A season that was his first action in 2 years, and then doesn't get to really get coached. And then you have the kind of failed starter conversion with him. So he had some things to overcome, and it took a while, but it's clearly here. The development of Randy Rodriguez is here. Great kid, great worker, great arm, and it's so much fun to see kind of that next step in his evolution. Luis Mata is kind of that way too. When I did the top 25 and under talent, I noted some things about Mato's game that need adjustment. He's showing those adjustments. We're seeing some really good play out of Matos in his opportunities, and I think that's only going to lead to more confidence, more opportunities, and hopefully more success. So watching guys get to the majors and get better is such an important part of player development. And knowing that not every path is smooth or quick or at the same rate. Every guy has to go his own path. That's a lot of the fun kind of watching these guys. On the minor league level, one thing that's definitely on my mind is that pitching in Sacramento is really legit. Carson Seymour was named the PCL Pitcher of the Week. He's had 2 fantastic outings. He's not given up a run in his first 2 starts. Very few hits. He's been missing bats. The slider looks fantastic. He looks like he's playing with a cutter. Really big, loud stuff from a big physical guy who I think has a major league career in his future. Kyle Harrison is looking good. The velocity's been up. He's been getting swing and miss with the slider again and the changeup as he works to build himself back up after a winter of rehab and the illness that kind of slowed him down in camp. Carson Whisenhunt has been fantastic. Not huge strikeout rates, but if you look under the numbers, the chase rates, the hard contact, he's not giving up runs. He went to Vegas and gave up no runs in 6 innings. That was the longest outing of his career, or tied for the longest outing of his career, and it was notable that it happened in Vegas. Last year he had an ERA over 8 on the road in the PCL. I'm keeping Wynn look good. Mason Black had a fantastic outing, struck out 7 in 4 innings of relief. The pitching in Sacramento looked like it was going to be the most impressive part of the organization when the year started, and it's certainly not doing anything to dispel that idea. A shout out to Joel Peguero too, who the other night had the 5 hardest pitches thrown in in AAA, getting up to I think 102.2. Boy, that's another big arm. I would be very surprised if we don't see him at some point. And Helcris Olivares, not quite 100, but he's hitting 99 from the left-hand side, which is, as we've seen with Eric Miller, pretty impressive. So great pitching. The hitting part has not quite been there in Sacramento yet. The record's not showing it, but the pitching depth of the organization really is kind of living up to its reputation. And my third thing is really happy to see James Tibbs hit the ground running. He reached base in 7 of his first 8 trips to the plate this year, hit his first home run, hit an RBI double in the 3rd game. I saw him in camp. He looks good. He's moving well. He's running well. Looks good in the outfield. So seeing him get off to a fast start was really enjoyable. And that entire outfield in Eugene is pretty spectacular. Jonah Cox had a tremendous first weekend with 3 doubles and a fly out to the center field wall in the first game and a triple the next day. Really good looking outfield there. And one level down, Dakota Jordan, he didn't have that kind of loud weekend, but the improvements he's making are legit. There's going to be a big year, I think, for Dakota Jordan coming, and it's really good to see kind of the progress he's making. I know Giants officials talk about how coachable he is, how much they love working with him. Really encouraging kind of things going on under the hood there, and I think he's going to probably break out pretty soon. So that's 3 things I'm thinking about for this week's series, and if people like this video, we'll make it a regular thing as we get into the season. Thanks, and I'll see you at the ball yard tonight.